What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters and welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. It's time for a NoLifeTilMetal graphics update, and this time it's going to be all Rox records. Got a big box in from Rox last night, and I was going to do a live opening, but I just couldn't wait. And I couldn't get the video done last night. So what I have here is a pile of records and CDs that I want to show you, all stuff that I have worked on, and I'm just really excited about some of this stuff coming out. All of these releases that I'm going to show you are all, the official release date is on Record Store Day, which is cool. But if you pre-ordered them, they are already shipping, so some people will be getting them even as this video is running and posting. But yeah, let me just get right into this. First one is one that's been in demand for quite a while. A lot of people have been asking for us to reissue this one, and we finally did. This is Holy Soldier's debut. 1990, this album finally came out. Holy Soldier had been around for years before this, and this album was finally released in 1990 on Myrrh Records, and this was their actually first official album. They had, you know, demo cassettes and stuff like that out before this, but yeah, I love this album. I actually went into a music store and they handed me a black and white cassette single, whatever they were called back in the day, of the song Tear Down the Walls, which is on this record. And I just love that song. So of course, as soon as the album came out, it was a pre-release single. I purchased it, and I've been a fan of that band and that song in this album ever since. So yeah, this is the vinyl reissue, which is, it's almost nearly identical, the cover art, to the original. I did get rid of the sunburn on all their faces and gave them more of a neutral look from the original that I had anyhow. And I also changed out the Holy Soldier dog tag, just made a little, gave it a metallic look instead of the kind of cartoony look it had. It's not a whole huge difference, but the back cover is completely different. But yeah, it came out real nice. The leather jacket in the background that you see there is actually my leather jacket. And the dog tag is actually fake. It's not real. It's just created on a computer. But yeah, this thing's got tons of photos. Let me, I did open one last night, so let me find the open copy. That's this one. This one comes on a yellow vinyl or black. Two different choices. It's been on pre-sale for probably a good month now. It is actually, as of doing this video right at this moment, there actually is, they are available. And the reason for that is this is Holy Soldier and the next one I'm going to show both did so well in the pre-sale that Rox had to take them down in order to inventory them to make sure that they weren't out of anything and weren't overselling. And from what I was told, looks like this yellow vinyl is either sold out or nearly sold out. If there's a few copies left, they will be going all back on sale on the Rox site in the next day or two. And today is April 2nd, I believe, that I'm doing this video. So, yeah. So if you go to the Rox site and it's not there, that's why. If you're really interested in getting these and didn't pre-order them, then keep an eye out on the site because they will be there. And then here's the sticker that came with pre-orders of the vinyl. There was also a special bonus, I don't know what you call it, not a bonus, but a package, just a group of, you can get both the Holy Soldier and the other album that I'm going to show in a package. You got both stickers, and then you got a bonus item, and it was like $80 for everything. And I think you got both the vinyl and the CD, if I'm not mistaken. But that's sold out as well, so those aren't available anymore. But anyhow, here's a sticker that came with the pre-orders. Again, black vinyl and yellow vinyl, like I just showed you. Kind of a cool creamy yellow color, and it is definitely an opaque color. And then the other one that oh, actually, let me show you the CD too, because the CD also came out at the same time, and the CD came out awesome. I'm really happy with it because I'll show you the booklet here. It's got tons of photos. It does have the lyrics, so that's the same, basically the same layout as you saw in the insert for the record. But the CD actually has other photos that aren't on the booklet on the record. So that, yeah, there's a ton of photos in here on top of having all the lyrics and stuff. And then here's the actual CD itself. in the clear case. Man, I'm getting a bad glare in here. New office, new NoLifeTilMetal graphics office that I'm in, and I'm still trying to figure out the lighting in here. So, but there you go, Holy Soldier available on CD and vinyl. Definitely some black vinyl left, definitely some CDs left. Yellow vinyl, I'm not quite sure. I have a feeling they're sold out. At least that's what I was told. But regardless, those will be going back on sale in the next day or so on the Rocks website. And then also there is the LoveLife album and Goodbye Lady Jane. This was originally released on an alternative label back in the early 80s. It was, I'm sorry, late 80s. And this was actually released in 1991. But that's what's playing in the background. As you can hear, it kind of has that, it's got an edge to it. It's a bit commercial, but it's kind of that sleazy LA style, glam rock, and I really like this style. So great vocals, very gruff kind of vocals, which is what I kind of dig. Front and back cover. This cover is completely different from the original cover. The original cover was very 90s looking, very alternative looking because it was an alternative label. They just didn't know how to market a metal band at the time, and especially a metal band of this nature. So LoveLife, that is the black vinyl version, which is normal. This is the gold vinyl version. And as with all Rocks releases, the Rocks logo is on one side, and then the custom LoveLife logo is on the other side. They're always custom, but they always have the Rocks logo on one side. As well, all Rocks releases have inserts. So you got your lyric sheet here, and this is actually the, I guess, alternative cover that came inside of the CD, the original CD. Slightly different, of course. I changed the logo and whatnot, but as you can see, it's kind of goes along with the cover here. Again, it's available on CD. The CD has 5 previously unheard of tracks. We got the original master tapes, and we're able to pull these tracks off the master tapes, and again, they've never been heard before. They were never released before. They were just recorded previously to this coming out on blonde vinyl in 1991. So, but again, booklet has lots of photos of the band and lyrics, of course. The collage and memorabilia. See, I love stuff like this. I love listening to it and looking at the memorabilia and reading some of the memorabilia. In this case, there's like an old LoveLife review, and if you look at the little at the top of that right there, you can see that that's the original LoveLife logo, which, yeah, that's just doesn't match whatsoever. And then a spread on the whole reason for the re-release coming out, and you can see the master tapes here that they ended up using for the bonus tracks that have not been released before. This is actually Bill Rock sitting right here. So, awesome release. The 16 songs total. Again, releasing on Record Store Day. Colored vinyl or black vinyl. And those are off the website too, only because they're making the inventory. I'm fairly sure there's some of those left in colored vinyl and black vinyl, but again, the colored vinyl seems to go quicker, and they're getting low. So once they come back on, if you want one, you need to jump on it. I also got a copy of this in the mail, and I've showed this before, but this is the new Philadelphia re-release of Search and Destroy. I had just purchased an extra copy, so it came in the mail with this. But then also some CD releases, CD-only releases. This is the follow-up 20 years later to Love War, Soak Your Brain. This is just called Love War. And I honestly haven't even heard this one yet. Only thing I really did on this is make it ready for to be a Rocks release. The band themselves supplied the artwork, so I had to add like the legal mumbo jumbo and jargon on the bottom. I created the CD art, the CD art itself. Had to add the little Rocks productions on the spine, which all Rox releases have. Just minor stuff, so I didn't really actually do the artwork on this one. The inside has a collage of photos. Unlike the other releases that are either 8 or 12 pages, I think those were all 12-page releases. This one is actually only a 4-panel. That's got a ton of photos, and the lyrics and other photos were released. The band decided they wanted them released online only. Their decision. This one I haven't heard either yet, but this is coming out on Record Store Day. This is the new Sun Road Heat Strokes. This, I would call this melodic hard rock, AOR, you know, pushing towards the metal area, but mostly staying in that, you know, AOR style of hard rock. Very good band. This is, my gosh, these guys have like, I'm going to say 10 albums out, I'm guessing here. Let's see, I can probably count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 albums out. I was close. But there's a kind of a little discography in the back here behind the CD itself. And again, I did not create the cover on this one. I did have to do some work on it. Like the other album, I had to, you know, prepare it to be a Rox release. There's always some things that are standard on Rox releases, and I had to do all that kind of things. Legal mumbo jumbo and the spine and the Rox productions inside of here and those kind of things. But the artwork was supplied by the band. But still, I thought I'd show it anyhow because it's an awesome release. This next one I did do. Now, this band put out an album last year on Rox, and I love the cover art. The album was weak. I thought it was weak, but there was just something about the band that Bill at Rox really liked, and it came highly recommended from Olaf Becker from Germany. So he put it out in very minimal quantities. I think only 200 CDs were pressed. But anyhow, they came back, and we gave them a lot of criticism. Honestly, we, you know, as a record company, and we let them know, you know, this is what you need. You need this, and you need better songwriting. You need better hooks. You need better guitar solos. You need better vocals. And I mean, we were honest with them and told them why, you know, the album wasn't selling as well as it could have. And the band came back, you know, a year later, and with this. This is called Singuinary Niveditha. Rolls right off the tongue. And again, I did do the artwork for this one, as I did for the first album. The cover is actually a classic painting from the, I think it's 1800s. It's in the liner notes somewhere. But the front cover and the back cover are by the same artist. Of course, both photos are highly manipulated and given almost a comic book feel to them. Very, you know, just very different from the original painting. But I think the cover came out spectacular. The back cover looks awesome. Yeah, these guys have improved 1,000%. It's much more consistent. The songwriting's better. The vocals are far superior. They actually, you know, have a new vocalist in the band who's really good. So this guy is actually definitely worth checking out. Straightforward heavy metal, you know, the Judas Priest school of metal, new wave of traditional heavy metal, whatever you want to call it, but true strength, Singuinary Niveditha. Again, another 12-page booklet too. I won't go through the whole thing, but I'll just show a couple pages. It's mostly lyrics and liner notes. So there you go. This one's, let's see, I think it might be an 8-pager. Yeah, this is an 8-page booklet. And then finally, this one's actually out now in shipping. This is Ritual Servant, Metallum Evangeli, and this is old school thrash metal. To me, they kind of sound a bit like, I don't know if anyone remembers a band from Pennsylvania called Thresher, but I kind of get that vibe from them. There was definitely some Slayer influences and like early Metallica influences, but yeah, this is just old school thrash metal. Very good stuff. I played this in the background of some other videos, but the cover art was given to me by the band, and then I just did the layout of the booklet. The band wanted a very old school look, so even the CD is a silver CD with black ink only. That is what the band wanted. The actual cover doesn't actually have the band name on it. Then it's a promo sticker that came with pre-orders, has the logo and name on it, and all the like digital files will have that will have the name on it, but the actual booklet in the CD has no name on the cover. And it is a 12-page booklet, but it's fairly simple, but it's old school, kind of has Metallica Ride the Lightning feel to it. So yellow ink on the titles, black and white pages, lyrics, credits, and the back cover. Yeah, it's definitely they had an idea what they wanted in their mind, and I was able to do that for them. So very cool. Ritual Servant. So far, I've played this thing about 10 times. I really enjoy it, and I hope others will too. But again, this one is available on the Rock site now. It's already shipped, but it's still available. There may even be some pre-order stickers available left too. So that's it for this NoLifeTilMetal graphics update. Soon I will have some updates on retroactive records, and there are several NoLifeTilMetal records albums going into production. So that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.